Moments that left me speechless on paternity court.
Mr. Langston, you are not the father.
Are not the father?
Now don't look at me. Ask her who your daddy really is.
Is it the same man you were sleeping with during the time Harris was conceived?
No.
So it's a different guy.
Yes.
I want to give you one more chance. I saw your body language and your head went down.
Who knew in a mere couple of months the relationship of a lifetime would start being questioned? Well, that happened to Miss Garnett when Daddy Dearest started singing the I'm Not Your Father song after all these years. Get ready for the drama, DNA, and a whole lot of Who's Your Daddy.
Mr. Langston, you claim you have always known you weren't Miss Garnett's biological father and feel after the results are revealed, you are the one who deserves an apology. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
How did this all start?
With a text message about a couple months ago. This is why we're here. The text message brought us here.
Let's rewind to when this daddy-daughter duo was thicker than thieves, or so it seemed. This family tree started looking more and more like a twisted vine, and that too in just a couple of months. It appears after being estranged for a long time, Mr. Langston only managed to send a message, and that too in a not-so-civil manner.
And this is the evidence that I brought in today.
I think your mother blanked me and you about your birth father being me. She was missing around when you were born. I don't want to keep causing you pain, but I have mixed feelings about it. Talk to your mother and find out the truth. You sent this text message?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
Ouch! That was certainly not an honorable way to drop that kind of bomb. Imagine being called out on your parentage via SMS. Yeesh! However, the emotional roller coaster had left the station, and it was heading straight for the Betrayal Boulevard.
When I was at the funeral with him, he had brought up for the very first time that he thought I may not have been his daughter, which blew my mind. He went on and on about him and my mother's past, but then he recanted and took it back.
I was sparing her feeling because I seen the fact right away, and I'm not trying to hurt her.
Time to see how this ultimate parenting conundrum came to be in the first place. The defendant had a couple of issues with the mama, and these doubts have been nagging him since then. Took him long enough to figure this out, huh?
I didn't knock on the door. I looked in, I see this guy sitting on the couch with her, like he running this game to get up on something. I said, what's going on? It ain't nothing, no, this is my cousin. I said, hey, you can get out of here, cousin. I don't believe it.
You believe that she was with someone else when she was with you?
Yeah, I believe that.
Next on the menu was the navigation through the maze of conception confusion. The baby daddy narrated another suspicious encounter with a supposed cousin. What was up with this family, huh? The fog thickens as doubts about fidelity swirl, leaving us all questioning the credibility of these family ties.
I was talking to her on the phone. She told me who been over there. And I said, yeah, what are you trying to do? He was trying to get some. I said, yeah, did you give him some? No, I didn't give him none. You know how I am. If you did it, you did it. No, I didn't do it. I said, come on, you might well if you did it. Yeah, I gave him some.
Well, it was just getting clearer and clearer there were a ton of underlying issues at play here, and this mystery, being more than 3 decades old, didn't help this case either. But both parties seem determined now.
Did Mr. Langston participate in the birth?
Not at all. He was just not that type of person. I didn't even expect him to.
Did he sign the birth certificate?
No.
I paid child support, not only 18 years, I paid it 20 years.
But when
they
did you
started
start?
sending me checks back for overpayment, $1,700.
Enter the realm of legal documents and whatnot. A birth certificate surfaced, but alas, Daddy's name was nowhere to be found. And yet he claimed he had been paying child support for 20 long years. Cue the courtroom gasps and the collective, what did I just hear?
I got a birth certificate right here saying that. Where you see?
This birth certificate says what, sir?
I'm not on there.
Because you
That's
didn't
the
come
problem.
to sign it. You have to come to
I'm
sign
not there.
In 1980,
So-
Well, if I'm
can't
on there, why did you
put-
took $100,000 from me?
I ain't took nothing from you.
The child support
The
did.
state took it, not me.
Next up, the daughter narrated the moment she got that message and the feelings that came afterward. It was a life-changing revelation, and her and Daddy connecting and having similar personality traits in the past just got crushed under this boulder.
I cried my hardest cry.
Oh, baby, don't do that.
I was devastated. I felt like he was taking my identity away from me because I've always known I was a Langston. I have so much about my father. When he came back into my life when I was an adult, it was like a piece of the puzzle was missing.
Well, if the daughter gets to share her side of the story, Mr. Langston wanted that time as well. He had to share his version, and why did it take so long to get this done? That was the million-dollar question, right?
I don't want to send her through that because I love her. But how I'm going to deny how I feel in the inside? How I'm going to do that when I got grandbabies and I want them to be my grandbabies? That'll be the best news I can ever have. Well, I came on that plane and came here. That's something I don't do, and I'm 61 years old.
Oh, the defendant had officially lost his mind. Or so the mommy-daughter duo believed. Miss Garnett posted her picture and her grandfather's pictures on Facebook in a desperate attempt to find similarities. What the popular opinion claimed they had. However, that led the father to take a different turn with his accusations that left everyone speechless, to say the least.
I did some soul searching. I was just laying in my bed looking through my phone, and I saw a picture of myself, this picture, and it reminded me of this picture of my grandfather. This is Mr. Langston's father. And I noticed some similarities in our faces. And I posted it to Facebook to get some support.
Finally, we've reached the climax. And it's time for the much-anticipated DNA results. As the tension built, the truth was ready to be unveiled. The decades-long haunting mystery was either going to be solved today or take a whole other direction.
Mr. Langston, you are not the father.
Are not the father?
Now don't look at me. Ask her who your daddy really is. Don't do that. You my baby. You my baby.
After a ton of accusations, denials, and drama, Miss Amos was taking Mr. Johnson to court over a paternity puzzle involving her 2-month-old daughter. Hold on to your seats, folks, and get ready for some serious DNA drama.
He absolutely does nothing at all. No milk. I can get him to do nothing. He don't even acknowledge the fact that my baby is a possibility to be his. He acknowledge her at all, like she don't exist, period.
So wait a minute, you have an older child together, London.
Correct.
He does stuff for that baby.
A little.
Let's dive into the love saga, or should I say, lack of it. Mr. Johnson allegedly does zilch for Paris, claiming she might not be his spawn. Furthermore, he spilled the tea on text messages from mystery guys, which then led to the moment she found out she had a bun in the oven. Now, what reaction accompanied that news, huh?
I have my serious doubt that the baby's not mine. I done seen text messages on her phone from other guys saying, "Is you coming with me again tonight? I enjoyed myself." His name saved under a female name.
So are you all in a relationship?
Not at the moment.
But at the time Paris was conceived, you were.
Yes.
So after swatting away the pregnancy bomb like a mosquito, the hurtful rejection echoed through the relationship. Ouch! It appears mommy had been fed up with daddy's playing with her, so she decided to give him a taste of his own medicine. No words for this stunt pulling.
He wasn't ever home. And I have had my doubts and suspicions, and I have, caught him doing. At the moment, I'm hurt. I'm doing these things, out of emotions.
You playing the tit for tat game, he's doing it so I can do it too. And you are having sex with somebody else during the time when you're having sex with Mr. Johnson.
I was.
Now Miss Amos landed smack dab in the middle of troubled waters. However, she managed to reach safety by claiming her tryst with the other dude was not during the wondrous time of conception. Now, the real question was whether this other possibility knew he might have a kid out here. Let's find out.
Let me ask you something. Did you tell this other guy I'm pregnant and this might be your baby?
No, I never mentioned it to the other guy.
So to this day, that guy has no clue.
He don't even know periods exist.
Dear Lord, Missy had all the time to play the revenge game, but when the time came to put on big girl pants, she ran from her responsibility. However, she brought along a witness to support her claim, which she did, but had an eye-opening revelation amidst the court proceeding too.
She looks just like his other 2 kids. The information that she gave today, that was new to me, so of course I would have a doubt, but you know what I'm saying, she looks just like the others.
Oh, you got some new info today too. What was the new part?
About the whole, sleeping with 2 people around the same time that Paris was conceived.
Enter the next supporting cast, Miss Johnson, big sister of the defendant, and she had her version of the truth. By the looks of it, baby mama had told her something else entirely. In the heat of the moment, though, we're in a courtroom showdown of epic proportions.
She told me out her own mouth, this is not your brother's baby. I told him he can go on. So see the thing.
When did she tell you that?
When she was pregnant, and that was enough for me. If someone says that out their mouth, I don't need to hear anything else. And so that's where I was going. I was like, okay, that's not his baby. She said it herself.
Like I said, this is a courtroom showdown of epic proportions, people. Up till now, only one kid's paternity was under question. However, Miss Johnson claimed she suspected the oldest kid's paternity as well. Lauren Lake had her work cut out for her, so she went cracking. And boy, did she get to the bottom of the truth. Prepare to be speechless, people.
Is it the same man you were sleeping with during the time Harris was conceived?
No.
So it's a different guy.
Yes.
I want to give you one more chance. I saw your body language and your head went down. I can't get you the answers unless you tell me the truth so we know what we need to do.
Moving on from that heartbreaking revelation, it was only fair we get into the nitty-gritty of Mommy's relationship with the other guy now, since their cozy equation had been going on for quite a long time. Man, Miss Amos was full of surprises.
It was pretty much a relationship that you were having outside of the relationship you had with Mr. Johnson.
Yes, I've been actually knowing him before I met him.
Has this other person, has he ever met London?
Yeah.
When he saw her, did he say anything to the effect that he believes he may be her biological father?
He never thought that he was the father.
About time we draw the curtain on this paternity showdown. Will it be a double dose of daddy drama, or will the clouds of uncertainty finally clear? The key to the truth was in the envelope. Here goes nothing.
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Johnson, you are the father.
Woo!
Paris is your little girl. How do you feel?
Feels relief.
Some relief?
Mr. Fields and Miss Nicholson were here in the paternity court with a tale of lies, cheating, and the ultimate question of daddy drama. Buckle up, because this ride is about to take some unexpected turns that are bound to leave you dumbfounded.
Mr. Fields, what exactly has Miss Nicholson done to make you doubt paternity?
Sharice is a liar. The reason why I'm saying this is because Sharice gets off of work at 5 o'clock in the morning and she doesn't come home until 9 o'clock. Not to mention that I found numerous amount of panties in her vehicle.
Excuse me.
Your Honor. Along with an overnight bag.
Time to spill the tea, folks. These guys were like Bonnie and Clyde of relationship chaos. Baby daddy calls the mommy a liar and a cheater, while the defendant fired back with receipts of her own. It's a drama-filled sitcom, but unfortunately, no laugh track to ease the tension.
Tyrell's the one who's the liar. He's the one who's the cheater. He sends me videos, pictures, I've seen text messages, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of that. There's proof that he's cheating. I also have a video stating
Okay, Your Honor, and I've told her everything. I've told her even before I've done such a thing.
Boy, that receipt was indeed some implicating evidence. And his justification? He did it out of anger. Come on, man, surely you can do better than that. It's just both these guys defending themselves against each other's accusations.
Just this morning before we got here hours ago, she told me that she slept with another man and she took my son to go see him last week. That's actually his dad.
Excuse me, Your Honor. I did not say that. What I said to him was, you keep telling me that he's not your son, so yeah, I'm gonna let you believe that he's not your son.
Your Honor, she told me she was going to fail the lie detector test and she slept with another man.
So the conception dates weren't adding up in the plaintiff's math. So Mommy Sharice fought back, challenging the dates and revealing the chaos surrounding their intimate life. Mommy claimed he was insecure. Daddy claimed she was a manipulator. And so on it goes.
Every time I came into work, this gentleman spoke to me. We're co-workers. Why aren't we able to speak to one another? You are just insecure of yourself.
Your Honor.
Obviously, that's what the video just showed. I'm not the one who's cheating, it's you.
Your Honor, if you're in a committed relationship, why is this dude calling your phone 11 o'clock at night?
It was not 11 o'clock at night.
Next up, Mr. Fields' insecurity met Miss Nicholson's defiance. And voila, a chaotic dance of desperation. The question remains though, who's responsible for this paternity puzzle? as everyone in there had something to say apparently.
2 family members, her cousin and her sister, said that baby is not mine.
Your Honor, what I want to know is, how are you listening to other people when they're not even the ones who were with me while I was having sex? I've been with you since I was 16, 4 years ago, Tyrell.
Yep.
This man took my virginity. I just been with him all my life, really. He's all I know.
Now, Mommy claimed that the defendant wanted to believe her, but was easily persuaded by others. And by those others meant family, friends, and co-workers. Yeah, the plaintiff had more supposed instances to share. Prepare to be at a loss for words.
You're insecure because you think that I'm cheating when you're the one who's doing it in reality.
So you believe you do nothing to make me believe
I don't
that?
do anything. What proof do you have?
Explain.
I clearly got proof of you.
Explain the
Look at him, he looks just like you.
Explain the hickeys on your neck
He looks just like
and the hickeys on
I
your chest.
never had a hickey on my neck, never.
Well, baby daddy had all these wild accusations just flying about, and no proof to back them up. But no worries, he did come with a conception calendar, and he was prepared to reveal all its secrets. Cue the dramatic gasps.
You believe she was having sex with the coworker?
Yes, not to mention we weren't having sex at all around that time.
First off, those dates are wrong. We went to school together out Job Corps in Pittsburgh. 2 weeks after that, that's when I had my first doctor's appointment, and they told me that I was 5 weeks. So if you count back 5 weeks, that doesn't even add up.
Oh, the emotions were running high, with both parties drowning in the weight of their fractured relationship. And believe me when I say, it was fractured as heck. Yep, they fought as if they were standing in the living room and not in the middle of paternity court.
Your Honor, not to mention that I wasn't even invited to the baby shower.
I asked you to come. My mom did not want you to coming because none of my family likes you.
And you allowed
And you
that?
know it. You know it.
And you
You've been
allowed-
together for 4 years. They've disliked you since the second year of us being together.
And you allowed that.
And you know it. Allow what? It ain't my fault they don't like you. It's because of yourself.
It was clear there were a lot of grievances between these guys. The way they kept throwing shade at each other, and all the judge could do was just watch as these guys ripped into each other and deliver ultimatums.
I didn't take him to see no other person.
But did
no
you
other father.
tell him you did?
Yeah, I told him. We were right.
And
we
did
were
you
arguing.
tell him that another man was his father?
Yes.
Okay.
But it's quite clear
And
that
she
he
told
is.
me that she failed a lie detector test and she slept with other people as well.
Number one, the lie detector test. I clearly passed. You wanted it. I took it.
The tension was palpable, but no worries, because the moment of truth was here. Time to spill the beans on whether this relationship had a future or not. All eyes were on the judge as she got ready to give the final verdict. Cue the mic drop.
Mr. Fields, you are his father. How do you feel now, Mr. Fields?
I feel awesome. I feel great. It's not going to change anything. I'm still going to continue to be there. I'm still going to be the best father to him that I can be.
You always knew this.